What's going on, y'all? Here, man, the day after. Ready to talk to y'all, man. You know, I watched the game, man, a couple times, man, from the broadcast view. Waiting on my all 22 view to come in probably by the night or in the morning so we could really get to what we need to see. However, there were some things that I seen, right, that you can't be mad about. You can't be mad about. That was encouraging and discouraging, right? So, with that being the case, right, we're going to get straight into this. We're going to get straight into this. So, as mentioned yesterday in the live, we was talking about, you know, the D line and them rushing and why it didn't look like it has in games past. Well, the D line had a little bit more responsibility, right? They had to play the RPO, they had to play the read option, they had to rush in their lanes, you know. So with that being the case, you know, you didn't get to see Micah Parsons, you know, be able to be unleashed because it wasn't because Lane Johnson or that other bum ass tackle was clamping him. It was because, you know, Micah Parsons was dealt with responsibility as far as guarding a read option. He was dealt with having to guard the bootleg, you know. He was just, you know, he had to play the run. You know, the opportunities of him rushing the passer was not there. You know, it wasn't there. Well, but it was what it was. But like I said, you know, going against the run, the quick passing plays, the boots, the RPOs, you know what I mean? That contributed to us not eating more because if they was to, you know, be like the offenses that we have played in previous amount of games, and then it would have been lights out. It would have been curtains, you know, with that quarterback. Because one thing's for sure, their line wasn't gonna sit over there, you understand me, and bang with us when it comes down to, you know, one-on-one combos rushing. There is no offensive line in the league right now that can stop this defensive line from coming, right? There's none. We'll always find the weak spots. You know, offensive lines may have good tackles, they may have good guards, but it still ain't gonna be able to stop us, man, because we come so deep. We're so thorough. We're so talented. You know, this is probably one of the best D linemen that we didn't had in quite some time, as far as top to bottom. You know, a lot of our D linemen could start and most definitely be heavy rotation pieces for other teams. So, you know, we got that. Also, looking at, you know, Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, he was late. Ball placement was off, especially early on. You know, overthrows, and you know, it was kind of, he was a little rattled, you know, as far as, you know, whatever the case may be. But then as he went along, he was able to settle down, and that's why you was able to see him complete some throws to give us the opportunity to be able to cut that thing down to 3 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I agree, Lout. I agree. I agree. And we lost the turnover battle. You know, usually we win the turnover battle. We lost it. You know, we didn't get him. I mean, Hurts fumbled, but he got it back. 3 picks, you know. if we're gonna play, see if the offense ain't gonna be able to score points, then we have to play a clean game. So them not playing the clean game definitely affected. Now the defense, if they talk about how dominant they are, yes, the defense should have been holding them out the end zone. When we were 17-20, them going up to score that touchdown, that should have never happened with a defense that say that they're the way that they are, But everybody's entitled to a bad game. There's some things that need to be cleaned up because I definitely seen some things that you know, needed to be cleaned up. Now we're gonna get into this linebacker thing in a minute because that's gonna be very thorough in our conversation of today because that's actually, probably the focus of this live. As far as the linebacker position, we have discussed it yesterday, but looking at that game, man, I got some thoughts. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna attend to that, in a minute, right? So also, I want to give a shout out to Zeke. Zeke ran excellent, man. He ran excellent, man. See, people, they want to compare the games. Like I always keep saying, they want to go, oh, Zeke he ain't get 100 yards. He didn't have a good game. I believe Zeke averaged 6 yards a carry. Let's go to the stats, man. Let's go to the statistics, man, because there were certain statistics, man, that really stood out to me that I wanted to acknowledge, right? So in totality, we had 26 carries for, I believe, what was it, 134? Zeke had, well, because I think somebody lost, right? 5. Yeah, I believe we lost the yard because CD had the 8. So Zeke had 13 for 81. TP had 11 for 44, right? So I believe, yes, that's about what? Yeah, that's about 6 yards a carry. Indeed. TP had 4 yards a carry. And so as far as rushing, the attempts was there. We had 26 carries for 134 yards, right? So they can't really say that Kellen Moore, you're not running the ball because 26 carries, man, you running the ball. That's because there's not going to be games, man, where we're going to be able to run the ball and be 60-40 heavily with the run. There's going to be some times, as Kellen Moore mentioned, and I believe in the previous week, there's going to be some times where you have to throw the ball to open up the run. You run the ball to open up the pass, and we know that teams will be playing us real tight up front. So there's going to be opportunities to go downfield, and we didn't take advantage of them opportunities because Cooper Rush, 18 completions for 38 attempts on 181, no touch, and three interceptions in the tub. What's going on, Teflon? That's not good. Our third down was 40%, 4 out of 10. Fourth down, 0-1. We needed to be better on third down, as discussed all week. But we wasn't. We killed. Look, when it comes down to it, y'all, we really killed ourselves. We really killed ourselves. We could say they was the better team. No, they may have been a better team that night, but the Eagles are not the better team, And when you don't take care of the ball, that's what happens. Was it an off game by the defense in totality? Yes. Did the D-line play good? Yes. Right? But we get ready to get in it. We get ready to get in it, though, because all this is going to lead to the conversation. All this is going to lead to the conversation. The Eagles, 136 yards rushing in totality. Jalen Hurts, 15 completions on 25 attempts for 155 yards, 2 TDs, no turnovers. There's no way that that's supposed to have been our formula for success. Philly took our formula against us. It was balanced, didn't need. He had 25 attempts compared to Cooper Rush 38 attempts. That's supposed to be our formula for success. And honestly, the way that the offensive line played, we could have did it. You know, I didn't understand because as we discussed, man, in that film, when Detroit attacked Philly, when they had success, what did they do? They had combination blocks, they had double team blocks, man. Philly came out there, man, with 5D linemen, man, and it took a couple drives for them to adjust. When you should have, man, you should have made that adjustment early on. You should have knew that should have been what you should have did from the get-go, because it's still, they still struggle with that. When you see I believe Terrence Steele ear holding Fletcher Cox for a nice game. You know, when you were able to get that chunk TD with Zeke, that was the formula, right? Yeah, they started doing it because we was able to, you know, for the most part, be able to, you know, when it came down to the explosive plays, anything chunk that we got that was meaningful really came from the running game. You know, yeah, they had a couple plays, you know, with Ferguson made a nice grab. Ferguson made a play for the TD. You know, Hendershot had a grab, but you know, CD made a couple catches, you know, but for the most part, no. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm really disappointed in, y'all. That shouldn't have happened, right? Let me show you. Where it at? So CD, 5 catches for 68 yards. Gallup, this is what I'm most disappointed by. Gallup, 2 catches for 18 yards. Oh man, that's what I was gonna get into next, Lo. Why the hell didn't we challenge that fourth down play? I mean that third down play. Why? There's no excuse on why you shouldn't challenge that, man. That thing was too close to not give it an opportunity. Evidently, you knew the stakes was high. That's why you chose to go for it on that fourth down. So, you know, you should have made your decision after that, whether you punted it. I would have rather, you know, us challenging it. And then say, for instance, if we did lose the challenge, which, you know, from the looks of it, we would have won it, then punt it and then play it like that. Don't give them nothing easy. You know, I do love the aggressiveness because I was for being aggressive. So I'd be lying, I'd be fake to tell you that I didn't agree with wanting to be aggressive in that instance, though. But then I also disagree with them not at least trying to challenge it. Even if you challenged it and then went for it, then it was what it was. I would just rather you be aggressive in that because the game was high, the stakes was high, and the momentum was on their side and not our side. Oh, was straight soft. Was straight soft, man. I'm like, man, they come down to play, man. Football, we talk that stuff. How? So you trying to tell me these grown men can't talk that stuff? Football has become soft, y'all. You know what I mean? That should never be a penalty. I don't care who it is. Let these men talk, man. They in it. They having fun. They flying around. The emotions is high, man, and that makes for a competitive game. That makes for an exciting game when you see others just talking that mess and it get your juice flowing, ready to get going. That should never be a penalty on anybody, man. This game has gone soft. They want to manage the celebration. You can't do this. You can't take your helmet off. You can't do that. You can't do this. Like, God, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? You know, Ferguson should not be our second leading receiver. You know, I seen that they was trying to, you know, but I believe it was fake. I believe they were just trying to look good, trying to dress it up. When they had Tony Pollard out wide a few times, I believe that was just so it could look good, y'all. I didn't believe them on that. You know, I didn't believe them on that. To me, that was fake. That was just trying to, you know, they hear the noise, so they're like, let's go ahead and just put Tony Pollard in this situation. You know? But also, right, you know, to stick on the offense before we slide to this defense, Ferguson definitely told you that he here. Ferguson is telling you that he here. Ferguson is telling you, Dalton Schultz, when it's time, you can go ahead and move on comfortably. That's for sure what he telling you. Yeah, facts. Facts. No way. No way they should have scored. I agree. I agree, man. Well, at least you know your defense and your offensive line got to fight. It just comes to time, man, right? CD, you about to get paid. Gallup, you about to get paid. Does the impact of how they get the ball, does Kellen Moore have some, responsibility in that? Yes, he does. Does the quarterback have some responsibility in that? Yes, he does. However, man, however, I still need you to make plays. I don't watch DeAndre Hopkins in Houston with bum quarterbacks, with Brandon Whedon and all these third string and these quarterbacks that's not in the league no more still get 1,000 yards. I don't watch DJ Moore with Sam Darnold still get 1,000 yards. Right? All poor offensive play calling. So it just comes a point in time, man, where let's step up. Did CD started showing us a little bit of that RAC ability, that run after catch ability this game? Yes, he did. He was trying. He was trying to fight, you know. But my thing is, this was supposed to have been a Gallup game. This was about where I expected CD to have. I expected CD to have anywhere from 60 to 75 yards this game. But Gallup, I expected Gallup to go off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I knew the tight ends was gonna get in the end zone. I knew there was gonna be one tight end to get in the end zone. I knew Zeke was gonna punch it in. I knew that. But I expected Gallup to get janky with it though. Mm. Do you think we go for DJ Moore? I believe. Buffalo, damn. See, Buffalo, I don't even think Buffalo should even pull the trigger from McCaffrey because Buffalo got a running back in the mix that'll help with their run game if they give him the shot, and that's a Cook. But us for DJ Moore, would I like it? Yes, because that's going to be, kind of close as far as the Amari Cooper thing. It's kind of going to be like a mix of like a CD and Amari Cooper. As far as working the underneath with the route running and the run after the catch ability. Like DJ Moore, really a good wide receiver, man. Like DJ Moore has been dealt a bad hand, and still has produced. Regardless of the quarterback, he still produced. So that tells me if you put a quarterback, DJ Moore, just think if you gave DJ Moore, Mahomes, Burrow, something like that, even a Lamar, or even Dak. See, I believe that DJ Moore will probably be Dak's favorite receiver if DJ Moore was to come. But do I expect DJ Moore to come here? No, I don't. And then my thing is my eyebrows would be raised because if DJ Moore come, is y'all gonna be pass happy? Is y'all gonna go back to the offense that y'all had last year? Is you gonna stick to the run and just roll with the weapons like that? You know, is you gonna stick to the same formula of throwing the ball 30 times? You know, since they talk about it's a system. Do I blame this on Kellen Moore? No, Kellen Moore didn't throw 3 interceptions. Kellen Moore didn't give up 26 to the Eagles. You know, Kellen, Kellen Moore gave you 26 attempts. You know, should there have maybe been about 6, 7 more? Yeah, but you got to remember, man, 26 attempts. You know, that's about what as far as the pass attempts that we had. That's maybe what about a what 55-45 split, maybe close to a 60-40 split. You know, I mean that's not too bad. You know, because there's a whole bunch of other teams, man, who's like 70-30 pass the run. You know, but our thing is, man, we have to stay as close as to 50-50 as possible, especially when Dak come back. Because if we get pass happy like we did with Tampa Bay, man, we're gonna fall. And if we do get pass happy, we need to talk about letting Kellen Moore go. Because evidently this relationship with Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore is not working. You know, evidently, Kellen Moore is very familiar with the quarterbacks that he have on his roster, which in parts kind of keeps his job security in alignment. But if you really look at it, man, what has Kellen Moore really have done? I can call, 60-40 run plays. Just give me the damn play sheet, you know? So I believe if Mike McCarthy was calling the plays, I believe it'd be a whole lot smoother, you know? I mean, shit, if this is going to be your last year, he might as well go out on his own terms. Why let Mike McCarthy, why let Kellen Moore dictate, you feel me, how you go out and possibly your last year with the Dallas Cowboys? Damn, Hollywood Brown out 6 weeks. I got Hollywood too. Damn, man. I've been hit with some injuries on my thing. I had Javante got hit. Hollywood got hit. Dak got hit. Bro, I'm out here fighting through adversity right now, bro. I'm out here fighting through the adversity like the Dallas Cowboys. God damn. But to answer your question though, Lo, would I love DJ Moore? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I for sure would. You know what I'm saying? The last 3 years I've been getting DJ Moore on that fantasy, boy. You know what I'm saying? They been sleep on that man something crucial, man, but I ain't. But yeah, man. But to get on this to go ahead, man, and to get on this defense now, y'all. All right, look, man, we talked about this last night. Was there some tackling issues in this game? Yes. There was some missed tackles that was kind of frowned upon, It wasn't as clean as it has been in games past. Oh, before that, I did want to have a remark. Even though we want more carries for Zeke, I don't believe that Zeke is in that 25 to 30 carry shape. When I seen Zeke make that run and he like this, especially when the game was kind of where it was at, that kind of tell me everything I need to know. Zeke is in good enough shape, but he ain't in that great shape to be able to, do what we. And I believe that the offensive staff know that Zeke is not in shape like that, and that's why Tony Pollard, is in certain situations regarding that, So I believe that they're aware of that. Dak will be medically cleared. Okay, so look like Dak should be back. Just got the alert. Dak is going to be medically cleared, so that's good. But we already expected that though. But yeah, man. So yeah, we had some tackling issues, man, last game, man, that allowed them to, be able to get them extra yards, which, resulted, in that one drive where they scored to go up 26. Yeah, I mean, one thing's for sure: Tony Pollard is the most explosive runner. And one thing's for sure: Tony Pollard does have his place. They actually both have their place, right? You know, because there's gonna be times where you got to run Tony Pollard inside because you can't just run him outside because they're gonna know every time TP in, we're gonna run him inside. I mean outside, and every time Zeke in, they run it inside, and that's how they be able to play it. So yeah, I do like how they try to switch it up sometimes though, and sometimes keep TP in for pass protection. TP man is damn near a wide receiver that can play running back. Like Debo Samuels out here trying to be in pass protection. But one thing for sure was a difference between him and Debo is that Debo got a little bit more heart. You know, TP is a good player, and we should be using TP like Debo Samuels. I believe that will help this offense tremendously. We talked about this man for months, and like these people act like they only got like two weapons on this team. You know, so my thing is, with James Washington, right? If they say that the wide receiver core is good enough, right? So that's telling me that James Washington is about to have a big role in his offense. That's telling me that James Washington is about to have a big role in his offense. Am I excited for it? I don't know how he's going to look in the Cowboys uniform. Should they maybe go get a wide receiver? It's a high possibility that they probably should. My thing is they going to use them anyway? Man, you have Turpin that has not been used. Turpin, come on, man. Unless they just like, hey, look, unless they just like, we just going vanilla on purpose, and everything that we do, we're going to pick it up more up. We're going to make it more complex when Dak come back. If they do all that, if they use TP the way that they're supposed to be used TP, if they use Turpin the way that they're supposed to use Turpin, and they actually get the ball, and like Dak said, that he realized while being out, the game was more simpler, then all is forgiven. Do I think that that's going to happen? A little bit's going to happen. Do I think Kellen Moore is going to use the weapons that he needs? No. Do I think Dak may have more trust in just playing pitch and catch with the wide receivers? I believe so. Dak is not ignorant. Dak can adjust. Dak been hurt. Dak has time to rest. He's going to be fresh. Going to have fresh legs. We're going to need Dak to take off. We're going to need Dak to get, we're going to need Dak in that read option. And we're going to, because your tight ends is going to start eating. So I don't know how long Dalton Schultz is going to be out. But if you need a streaming tight end, I believe that Ferguson would be a nice option for you. Oh, yeah. We were just talking on the same time, Teflon. Talking about Turpin. Indeed. Yeah, that Zeke touchdown. See, they say Zeke don't got it no more. Zeke do got it. How many negative yards? I need to probably go back. I wonder how many negative plays does Zeke have this year? Because it seems to me that everything regarding Zeke is straight positive, whether it be a yard at minimum or no gain or whatever the case may be. Your last React video today. So Zeke still got it, and Zeke's still valuable. And if we didn't have Zeke, we will feel it on this team. If we didn't have Zeke, we will feel of not having Zeke, the presence of Zeke not being here, we will feel it. If we didn't have TP, we'll be able to get through that. We'll be able to throw a Malik Davis and Turpin, in certain situations. It's good that we have both running backs because both running backs played a part, but we can't be relying on the majority of our explosive plays on TP. We cannot be doing that. Oh, man. Andy Reid. Oh my God. If the Giants sustain what they got going on, which I don't think they will, I gotta look at their schedule, but I doubt it. If the Giants sustain, all three are gonna make it to the playoffs. But for sure, you're gonna have two playoff teams in the NFC East, and Washington is gonna pick it up. I believe that Carson Wentz being out is gonna be a blessing to Washington. So Scary Terry, if you got Scary Terry, he gonna start balling again because you know he gonna throw it to Scary Terry. They're gonna be able to push it a little bit more downfield. Even though that's probably the wrong quarterback they should have in, they probably should give Howard a chance though. But they're gonna pick it up because Washington just needs some linemen. That's damn near it, man. Some quarterback play, man. And Washington is going to be something that you're going to have to watch out for, you know? But, yeah. I'm not going to go too hard because I really want to wait and see. These next two games is going to tell me everything that I need to know regarding the direction of this offense. Will we get past happy or is we going to stick to the formula and it's just going to look better because now we have a quarterback that can push this thing downfield? Gallup should do a lot better because one thing's for sure, his favorite targets is Gallup and Dalton Schultz. You know, and the reason why I know that, you know, I ain't gonna say CD is his favorite target because, you know, CD when we was have the three wide receivers, CD was kind of like the complimentary wide receiver that was waiting for his turn. So, you know, CD, even though he did target CD, especially in key situations, because that's what he will continue to do. But as far as like early on in the game, it's going to be a lot of Gallup. When he need a play, yeah, he'll go to Gallup though. But CD, he's going to have to, you know, build that camaraderie and build that trust up as CD's being your number one guy, because we knew that the number one guy back, you know, the past previous year was Amari Cooper. Now, you know, he got to build a different type of relationship because now CD is not no 2, 3 wide receiver. CD is it. You know, so you know, it's going to be different roles. Yes, he's going to be familiar with Noah Brown. Yes, he's going to be familiar with Gallup, and he's going to, of course, he's probably going to start getting Zeke involved more in the pass game. See, a lot of these weapons will be raised up because, you know, Dak for sure, especially if you pay attention to, you know, who Dak like to target and just like the upbeatness of Dak being in the lineup. Yeah, Dak is gonna get tight ends, yes. Gallup, yes. Throwing the ball out the backfield, yes. They're gonna get more catches. Indeed. Indeed. God damn. So, I mean, we just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna see a lot because I know if we were struggling, they probably would have forced Dak in last game if we were struggling. But Cooper Rush gave the quarterback a luxury to rest. So now we're gonna really see what this offense is about starting this week. There's no reason to put no training wheels on this man. Yes, we stick to the same formula. Hopefully, you know, we can have a 55% run ratio for the rest of the because I know we're gonna throw a little bit more with Dak. I mean, that's just the inevitable. But hopefully we go no less than 50% on the run ratio to pass ratio, you know. So if we can keep that going, because we know that the more Dak throws and the more Dak is exposed with the ball in his hand, the more likely he has of injury risk, and the more likely, you know, we lose. Like I said, we need to get back to that formula that we had. Keenan Allen and that. We need to get back to that formula that we had when his first year. All right, y'all. Now to the portion of the live that needs to be addressed. linebacker. The chunk runs that I seen, the the first score that the Philly had, that's Leighton's fault. Your linebacker's eyes are so bad, y'all. Yes, Leighton makes some plays. Yes, Leighton has not been bad entirely. Leighton has picked it up. However, Leighton is who Leighton is. A running hit linebacker that not only has pretty decent chase skills, but is pretty decent in coverage, right? But when it comes down to playing the part of the number one thing that a linebacker should be, which is being that run support, it ain't it. It ain't it. It ain't it. When you take that jab step, man, when you take that 6-inch step to read and react, right? We want to make sure that the run is taken care of. Look, you like I've said before, Dallas knows that the linebacker problem was an issue. That's why you got Cox, you got Parsons, and you got Damon Clark. However, that's more for the future, right? However, Dallas likes to go with the youth movement. So if they feel like, they want to go with the youth movement, then don't you think that, with Harper, somebody need to be having a chance to be able to fill in so we can see if we can improve at that linebacker? Because one thing's for sure, y'all, the reason why we getting gashed is because your linebackers. It ain't the D-line, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's not the D-line. It's your linebackers not moving in motion. It's your linebackers not being one with the defense. It's your D-line and your secondary is moving as unison, but your linebackers is not on one accord. Their eyes suck. They're not. And then Anthony Barr, he's not a traditional linebacker, y'all. He's a watered-down version of Micah Parsons, right? We should be using him like Micah Parsons if we just being real. He got that punchable face. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Look, y'all. If we're gonna be next level with this defense, either the solution needs to be on this roster with Cox, Clark, or Harper, or even Gifford, or even playing Micah Parsons a little bit more. And if you're gonna continue to rush Micah the way that we rush him and use him in the way, look, I'm all for that, as you should. But we might need him a little bit more at linebacker, y'all. Because your linebackers is not getting it done. See, look, this is not going to be the last time that we face the team that's going to pound the ball. Like I said, you got them again. You got the Colts. You got the Titans. Green Bay going to try to run that ball on you. The Lions going to try to run that ball on you. The Bears is going to try to run that ball on you. You have these teams who have solid running backs that's gonna see that, oh, how do we eliminate that pass rush? Let's run the ball. Oh, all we got to do is just run in the B and C gaps and widen your ends out. Maybe run a read option and make Leighton be a real linebacker and read and react. And we know that he's slow with his eyes. That's all we got to do. All we got to do is just take it outside a little bit, and we'll be able to run away from that D line and make the linebackers scrape, which they have the ability to not scrape. It's easy money. If y'all think that the Lions is gonna pass, nah, not unless they down. But early on, they're gonna test this run defense again. They're gonna test it again. Let me look at the stat. Let's look at the stats, y'all. Let's look. Your leading tackler was Malik Hooker. Your safety, 12 tackles with 10 solo. And then your next leading tackler was DeMarcus Lawrence. 8 total with 6 solo. And then your next tackler, which is your linebacker, Leighton Vander Esch, 7 total, 3 solo. And at the top of my head, I can remember 2 that was solo. Right? The pass defense was solid. The way that they had to get the ball out, it just was what it was. The pass defense was solid this game, y'all. Yes, we gave us some touchdowns, but overall, man, when it's 155, and it ain't wasn't like we were just getting hit downfield, y'all. They did that thing on some bootlegs, man, and but their pass defense, AJ Brown 5 for 67, Devontae Smith 5 for 44. And then your next one was Dallas Goedert, 2 for 22. Right? There are 2 leading tacklers, Edwards and Kaiser White, which is their 2 starting linebackers, which is how it's supposed to be. More times than not, your linebackers should be leading you in tackles. They're the cleanup man like BG. But for some reason, Leighton Vander Esch don't want to be like valet waste and pick up this trash. Come on. For some reason, they thought that Anthony Barr was better off in being in the role of a traditional linebacker. Come on. We have 3 linebackers on this team. One that can do it all, that can play it and be good. Okay, yeah, cool. Like I said, Barr's not traditional. Leighton Vander Esch is soft, and we're not giving Jabril Cox an opportunity. We're having Devin Harper inactive on game days, and we waiting on Damon Clark. I hear somebody say, "Oh, he's for the future." Look, you don't know that until you put him in the game. He may be a baller. Leighton first year, what did he do? Wasn't he balling? And then he fell off, right? Micah Parsons, we thought did y'all expect that? No, you ain't gonna know till you put him in the game. And if we with this youth movement, then we need to go ahead and do some experimenting. Maybe Harper needs to be out there playing, because I know Harper for sure. One thing for sure, I know Harper gonna come with it. And I don't know if y'all remember that live though, but I did say that we have different linebackers that can do different things. And first and second down, why that can't be Harper? Then you take them off on third down. Why you can't establish the tone of the game with Harper? Harper is good enough where he got good drops. Harper can drop good. If you got Demario Davis that with the Saints, you trying to tell me that Harper can't be able to run and hit? Harper is physical, and that's what you're missing from this team, and that's what's going to take you to the next level. Is a linebacker traditional like Devin Harper? Them Oklahoma State had some good linebackers. I think it was the linebacker with the Lions. That's not mistaken. That man, the first game I watched him with the against the Eagles, that man was balling. I'm like, who is this? He was all over the field. Right? Look, linebacker is a problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem, and we're going to get exposed, and then we're going to lose maybe a game or 2 regarding this run defense if we don't solve this thing ASAP. By the bye week, this thing need to be solved. If they're gonna roll with what they roll with for these next 2 weeks, then cool. But by the bye week, come out the bye, getting ready for Green Bay. Green Bay gonna run the ball. It ain't like Green Bay gonna throw it downfield on us. Green Bay is gonna run the ball with Dylan and Aaron Jones. By Green Bay, we need to be ready. It's a possibility that if these linebackers don't start playing, you might go 1-1 these next 2 games. In all reality, you should go 2-0, but you might go 1-1. Well, remember what I'm saying. You might go 1-1, and one of the wins is going to be a hard-fought win if they do not address this linebacker position, y'all. Look, I'm hard on Leighton, but like I said, Leighton has done some good things that I cannot deny. But one thing that's always showing up when these teams run the ball is Leighton not scraping right. His eyes suck, and he's not getting off the blocks the way that he should, like a real linebacker is supposed to, playing with shock in his hands. If y'all really want to get technical, didn't we have eyes on Bolton from the Chiefs? Just think if we had Bolton at middle linebacker, we wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now, to be honest with you. Facts. So he too damn big, y'all. He's 6'4", 250-something pounds. He too damn big to be this damn soft. If you worried about your neck, hurting your neck again, then why are you playing right now? Why are you even playing linebacker right now? If you're worried about your neck, Leighton, that's a position that you shouldn't be playing if you're worried about your neck. All that hitting that you got to do, taking on them blocks, taking on fullbacks, making all the tackles from different angles. That's one position that you shouldn't be playing with if you're worried about your neck. Woo! Low. Dylan, let Leighton come out there playing with Dylan. Let him come playing with Dylan. He going to truck Leighton. You might want to sit Leighton back down, man, against that Green Bay game. Because let him come playing with Dylan. He going to feel them pads. Yes, Gonzo, we should. Yes, we should. We should give him a shot. One of them a shot. If they say Jabril Cox ain't ready, I mean, you trying to tell me, right, that Jabril Cox can't do at least what Leighton been doing? You can't tell me Jabril Cox can't do that? I know Jabril Cox will be able to do a little bit better in that run game. He'll at least be able to slip, with finesse them blockers, You trying to tell me that Harper won't be improving this run? What they waiting on? What Dan Quinn waiting on? What George Edwards waiting on? Look, I love what Dan Quinn has done for this defense, though. But to say that, for him to realize that this linebacker position ain't a problem right now, it could be a problem if you don't fix it, it's a little ignorant. You know what I mean? That pass rush is, yes, the best. I haven't seen a pass rush from top to bottom that can do what this Dallas defense does. They may have studs, you know what I mean? You may got studs like Chris Jones out here, the big Bama dude from the Jets, man. You may got studs like that inside. You may got the Von Millers and everything, right? But Von Miller ain't gonna stop. But Von Miller ain't got nothing to do with this linebacker play, though. I've seen people talk about Roquan Smith, right? Here's my thing with Roquan, right? Roquan is a good linebacker, and Roquan would be improved. But is Roquan? See, Roquan is a run and hit linebacker. I believe the Browns got Deion Jones, right? Roquan would definitely improve this, right? Roquan a baller, but I'm not spending resources for somebody for a year. If I'm gonna get Roquan, I need to have Roquan for 2 to 3 years. If I'm gonna spend any assets on Roquan, right? But to be honest with you, I believe that we can go cheaper there and get somebody else. And I believe that a possible answer is on your team. You know, see, we could talk about that the league has gone toward running hit linebackers all we want to. But one thing's for sure, right? Look at all the linebackers, right? Look at the line. Okay, look what the Rams did. They run a Super Bowl and they realized that they needed improvement at middle linebacker. So what do? They go get Bobby Wagner. So if they didn't feel like linebacker was an issue, then why the hell was we interested in Bobby Wagner? So evidently Dan Quinn knew that, the issue at linebacker was at hand, but because we won the games that we won, they want to press the button back. Oh, we want to ride the momentum. No, you need to fix it right now before it becomes a bigger problem. You need to fix the linebacker position right now before it becomes a bigger problem. The Bengals got some decent linebackers. Right? It's decent. It'll be better than what we got. The Chiefs got Nick Bolton. The Buffalo Bills got what, Tremaine Edwards and what, Milano? We can dip it. We can dip it now. Baltimore be having some good linebackers. The Green Bay Packers got they got Devondre Campbell. The Niners got what, Greenlaw and the other dude, I forgot his name, but he's a good linebacker. Right? The Seattle got that little hitter from Texas Tech. I can just name you so many linebackers right now off the top of the head that's really helping these teams on stopping the run. But look at the teams who really struggle against the run, though. See, this is, I'm gonna tell you what. This is exactly what the Chiefs did. Y'all remember, right? The Chiefs went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl with Damian Wilson and Anthony Hitchens, right? Two linebackers that's good enough, right? But evidently that they knew that they needed to improve their defense, and they got Bolton, and Bolton was a blessing. Nick Bolton was a blessing, right? Damon Clark and Cox could be our blessings. In all reality, it could, like I said, it could be a linebacker combo in the future with Damon Clark, Cox, Micah Parsons. Right? There's no way that Damian Wilson should be tougher than my linebacker Leighton Vander Esch. Yeah, I agree. So I mean, like I said, man, like I told y'all, we would never get blown out with this defense. We will always be in the games, though, but we will lose the game. These are the reasons why you will lose games in the future unless you address them. Linebacker, not running the football, and killing yourselves. The penalties were ridiculous as well. You went back, I believe we had 10 penalties, I believe. They fixed it. See, my thing is, right? Okay, yeah, the penalty situation looked good with weaker teams because I put the Giants in a weaker team category, even though they started off strong, right? There's no way that the Giants can win meaningful games, man, with Richie James, you know what I'm saying, and that offensive line and Daniel Jones, with the weapons that they got on the outside, man, with Slayton, man. There's no way that they'll be able to really be make any noise. Dak loves them receivers that win quick. Maybe Galladay can do you something like that, man. Win quick, maybe he come at a cheap price, but that contract is too ugly, though. That contract. I think if they would like to cut him or something like that, like wouldn't like if we chose to pay him a certain thing that the Giants would be responsible for the rest. Like say for instance, if they cut him, and say for instance he paid him $2 million, would the Giants and his whole thing was worth 12? Wouldn't the Giants be responsible for 10 of the million? If I'm not mistaken. You know, is that would be my next concern. It goes linebacker and complementary wide receiver. The top two, see, if we really want to get technical, our weapons are good enough. We have good enough weapons to be able to do damage, right? You got Zeke, you got Tony Pollard. Them is two weapons at running backs that, like, matter of fact, that can run the ball, it's explosive, and that can catch the ball at the backfield. You got Gallup and CD, right? Them is two good. Them is two good solid wide receivers for your top two, right? You got Dalton Schultz is a good tight end. Then you got Ferguson, who's a good tight end. You have good complementary receivers. Noah Brown is a good number 4 wide receiver. But who's the third wide receiver though? Because Noah Brown's not the third wide receiver. Who's going to step up to be the third wide receiver? What do the Bengals have? The Bengals have Chase, Higgins, and Tyler Boyd, and they got Hurst at tight. So you telling me that they went to go ahead and acknowledge that they needed a little bit more weapons, and they went on ahead and did that, right? So games that Higgins or Chase may be off, they got your 2 and 3 wide receivers making up the difference. So a game like this, your number 3 wide receiver would have came in handy, and we know that the way that they doing it should have been TP. And we know that that's going to make Turpin that complimentary wide receiver. So then what the hell? Is they waiting on James Washington? If not, they need to go out there and go get one. They need to go out there and get one. They need to go get one. So that's where I'll rank it at. Linebacker, then wide receiver. But you can win with the wide receiving core that we got. You can do just enough. If you're not going to address linebacker, then you probably got to address wide receiver. If you're going to address linebacker, then you probably can get away with it a wide receiver this year. That's just me being honest. Even Lo, even TP can do it. Even TP can do it. But for some reason, and that's one thing that we talked about months ago before, remember when we talked about it lies. Okay, if we're going to continue to run this football, if we're going to establish the run, we need to have somebody over the top that they can respect. And it don't make no sense to have a dude who's supposed to be running, a 4-3 or 4-2, and TP who can run a 4-4, maybe a 4-3. It doesn't make no sense that you got both of them people and they ain't not went up top not once. The closest resemblance that you had to somebody really doing something was, what was it, against Washington and a little bit against the Giants, maybe? Against bad secondaries. You need to be able to go up top on better secondaries. The Eagles secondary, is they the best? Yeah, they're the best we've seen. Yeah, they're the best we've seen. As far as secondary wise, from corners and safeties. I'm thinking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, over the Rams. Yeah, they got Jalen Ramsey though, but anybody else, yeah. So top to bottom, the Eagles was the best that we seen. And the Eagles even gave us opportunities from looking at the film. They even gave us opportunities in the middle to be able to take more advantage of. That would be Dalton Schultz, because hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Now, I said that Ferguson is gonna be the man to take over though, but for sure this game, Dalton Schultz, knowing what he's doing, we for sure miss Dalton Schultz in the middle, because I know for sure that Dalton Schultz, especially with Dak Prescott, would have had about 8-9 catches this game for about like 90 yards and a touchdown. moving the sticks, keeping everything going. I'm for sure know that Dalton Schultz would have had a huge impact in his game. If I'm just being real. If I'm just being real. So if we're gonna go to the next level of offense, somebody need to step up as a third receiver, and it can be on this roster, whether it be James Washington or TP or Turpin. They need to step up as a third. We need to be able to take the top off. We need to be able to stick to the run. And on defense, we need to be fixing that linebacker because the D. It looked like the D line ain't doing their job, but really it's the linebackers not doing their job. The D lineman is keeping these boys clean. That's why, because if we had the same D line in the previous term, then Leighton, you probably would have cut Leighton. The reason why you talking about keeping Leighton is because they're keeping Leighton clean. That's the only reason why Leighton is back. And the reason why they signed Leighton back is because they knew that Leighton will be clean with Bohannon in the lineup. They knew that Leighton will be clean with Osa. They knew that Leighton would be clean with Dorrance Armstrong. They knew that the attention that Micah Parsons that he has, he will be clean. They knew that they had to worry about this D lineman. That's why they knew that the linebackers would be clean. But your linebackers is clean for the majority of the time, and they still can't make plays because they're not traditional linebackers, and they suck with their eyes. They suck with their eyes. And it's going to be frustrating that we might either be in the game that we should be blowing these fools out, or we might lose the game because of our linebacker position. Too many times, Donovan Wilson cleans things up. Too many times his D-line has saved us from, for them just being the hustle D-lineman that they are. If the D-lineman didn't hustle and we didn't have Wilson making some of the plays, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Because what? Odell will be what? If Odell came, Odell would probably be back what? Like at the earliest, what? Thanksgiving, early December? Would Odell come? I'm pretty sure he would. Odell want to get paid though. I ain't mad at it though. Even Jarvis Landry will probably help. Stealing Jarvis Landry or Michael Thomas. I'm gonna tell you what. If Michael Thomas came, Michael Thomas would probably be your number one wide receiver just because of the way that he wins inside. Michael Thomas is damn near a big ass slot receiver that's gonna win inside, and Dak gonna love that. Because remember, we talked about Dak is at his best when he have a tight end like Jason Witten and a receiver like Cole Beasley. And so, he loved the wide receivers that win quick. In the short and intermediate routes, he wants the wide receivers that can win quick, and he wants a reliable tight end. That's why he loves Dalton Schultz. But we ain't had a wide receiver that went quick because for some reason, we didn't have Amari the majority of the time on routes that went quick. Because even though Amari could, but this play calling sucks. Kellen Moore sucks. So I'm not gonna act like Mike McCarthy ain't just been so big, and making sure that he keeps Kellen Moore disciplined. He keeps Kellen Moore with his eyes on the prize, which is to be running the ball. We ain't gonna act like he ain't had the hand, because I know for sure that if it was Kellen Moore, his ass would be overthinking, and he will be passing the ball. We will probably be 65, 70% pass, is to be honest with you. Just like he almost was probably going to slip up again this last game. If Mike McCarthy ain't telling him probably to run the ball, he probably would have had Cooper Rush probably with damn near 50 attempts. If I'm just being honest. So There's some solutions out here, y'all. There's solutions to the, but the good thing about it is we don't need much. And if we're gonna make a run this year, y'all, we have to fix the problems. See, I wouldn't even necessarily be like, all right, we need to address the wide receiver. Okay, if we're gonna roll with what we got and just hope that others come in or get somebody cheap, or even get, or you know what I'm saying? Let's say for instance, I'm not saying we interested or should, but say for instance, if we had like old ass Deshaun Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like that, just somebody that'd be a quick fix, that'd be a cheap fix to just put in and just be, or something like an old ass Randall Cobb, you know what I mean, in that third position. Somebody like that will probably be an upgrade for what we got going on, right? But for sure, if we're gonna spend any resources in this trade deadline, it needs to be linebacker. It needs to be linebacker. Would you have to give up if you go roll with Roquan? Would you may have to give up Jabril Cox for that? Possibly, maybe. But at the end of the day, right? I would, if you feel like Roquan's gonna be here for 4 years, 5 years. I would go Roquan, Damon Clark, and Micah Parsons. Tell me that ain't a killer trio. But do I think that we need Roquan? Not necessarily him, but I would say that the type of linebacker that we need will be something like a Nick Bolton. Because we can sit over there and make these safeties play linebacker all we want to, right? But at the end of the day, right, you still need a linebacker who can thump. You still need thumpers, right? Dan Quinn should know better. Dan Quinn had Bobby Wagner, who was a thumper. Dan Quinn, you know better. You knew that's why you went to go get Deion Jones over there in Atlanta. You know better. Devondre Campbell, KJ Wright, thumpers, real thumpers. He know. All this. I love the way that you're trying to evolve and you're sticking with the times. And Dan Quinn, wherever you go, you just you provide just improved great defenses. But you know right now what we are missing is a thumper. And the good thing about it is there's one on your roster. He may be a rookie, but he gonna thump. Or you might got to go get one. Cheap ass Stephen Jones, right? The options is probably on his team. They probably waiting on James Washington. And they probably in the ear, maybe you might this game, maybe we might need to activate Devin Harper. No. So, I mean, that's just what it is, though, y'all. That's really what it is. We're playing with fire right now. Like I said, we winning games, but we're really playing with fire right now. We're good enough to go deep, right? But if you want to win it all, is it likely that, you know what I mean? Say, for instance, right? Because the Buffalo Bills is a running back away from improving that run offense, right? There's a reason why they went to go get Cook. Now, with that pass offense in their run, you think Leighton is going to, say for instance, you think Leighton going to be able to do that? You think that Leighton going to be able to go with Jonathan Taylor with that coach? You think Leighton going to be able to, to hang with Nick Chubb against Cleveland? You think Leighton is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Derrick Henry? Do you honestly think Leighton going to do that? Hell no. Hell no. Leighton is struggling now. Just think when we start running against these teams, that's better when it comes down to establishing the run. So do I know that Dallas see what we see? Yes. The question is she gonna fix it? Don't let a problem. That's like letting that pipe bust. What, you gonna let the pipe all the way bust before you fix it, or do you see that as a leak and you gonna make sure it stop leaking? You may find a temporary fix where it won't leak nothing on your floor, But you know, pretty soon you're gonna need a new pipe. Is Roquan your pipe? Is Harper your pipe? Do you think Harper is your stopgap? Whatever the case may be, does linebacker need to be addressed? Yes, it does. I don't need no flashy name. You don't need no flashy name, but you need somebody who's gonna come up and hit, come up and establish something. Somebody that's gonna really bring that thump. If you can have somebody really bring that thump, this defense is gonna go to new heights. Hey, he do though. He do, and you can tell. What was it last game, man? When I think they run that screen, he out there catching the tackle like this. Come here, bro. Come give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? Fall behind, like he don't want to put his neck in it. Man, if you don't take that soft ass cha Charmin stuff out of here, man, and get up in here and start hitting, go playing and start hitting. God. God damn. You know, but maybe, hey, look though, because you know how they seen that they said that they found that Damon Clark. Maybe they had a long before they found out that Damon Clark gonna come in here and be that guy. But then when they found out that he had the that disc or whatever he had, maybe like, but we still gonna roll with him though, and we still believe in him. I seen the tape on Damon Clark, and I believe in him, and he's the type of linebacker that will be complete. Will he be a Pro Bowler or not? I don't know. Is he going to be a good linebacker? Yes. I believe at minimum he'll be a good linebacker. Did I see Cox? Like I told you, I seen Cox to be more of the Devondre Campbell, good in coverage and a run and hit. You know, I wouldn't expect Cox to be taking on things like he would if Harper, you know what I mean, a Bolton, a Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright. I wouldn't put him in them categories though. But that doesn't mean he ain't gonna be a good linebacker. And that don't mean that he ain't gonna be cleaning things up. That don't mean nothing. Does he have the talent to be better than Leighton right now? Yes, he does. I believe that the only thing that's probably stopping him is probably here. Maybe they don't think he got it up here yet. You know, maybe they don't think like he's seasoned enough to be able to take on the full load of that. You know, Leighton maybe have it. See, look, but then again, how can you say that he may not be ready? And Leighton is a vet linebacker that's been here 5 years, and he's still getting tricked with his eyes. He ain't filling the gap. So how bad could Cox really be? You trying to tell me that Cox is that worse than Leighton? I don't think so. And like I said, I'm not saying that Leighton's been playing bad because he hasn't been, right? But when it comes down to things that we need, he has his moments where we're getting hit with chunks. And most likely, if you're getting hit with a chunk run, it's Leighton's fault. It's Anthony Barr's fault. I'm just being real. Just being real. Their run fits suck. It does. Yeah, Leighton makes some plays. He makes plays. Yeah, he had the little tackle for loss. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, Leighton made some plays across the field. Yeah, that's what Leighton does. But we ain't going to act like his run fits in totality sucks. It sucks. So, I don't know, y'all. We're going to have to figure this out. You know, all the glory and all the attention is going to be on Dak Prescott this week, right? Dak Prescott back, and he's supposed to be our savior, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, right, Dak can't play linebacker. Will Dak be an improvement? Yes. But we still looking for a third wide receiver to step up, and we still looking for a linebacker that's going to come up and hit. And until we get that, it's going to be interesting to see how we move forward. It's going to be very interesting to see how we move forward. It's going to be very interesting to see how we move forward. I'm more concerned. See, I'd rather make something that's damn near great to greater. And that linebacker will make That linebacker will secure your defense being number one. So why not? If you said that if even if you don't, I won't be mad if they don't pull no wide receiver, right? But if you say that this defense, you said that this team identity is defense first, then why are you not making this defense as great as possible? If it's defense first, why are you allowing it to have a leaky pipe? Why are you not addressing this? Why are you not addressing the linebacker position? You've been knew that linebacker was a problem before we came in this season. At Tampa, when you seen somebody establishing a run, you seen that it was a problem, right? We always had our eyes open. You know what I'm saying? When we played the Bengals, we like, okay, maybe they fixed it, maybe. And then we come to find out, a game or two later, they didn't fix it. You let Washington, do that, then you let Eagles do that. I mean, if you're going to let Washington run on you like that, then goddamn it, you got to know there's some type of problem there because Washington's offensive line suck. The things with the read option, once they'll adjust to that, they'll do the film on that, and they'll shut that out when it comes out in December. But one thing's for sure, man. You're gonna have teams, man, that don't care about no read option that says, man, that we're gonna run it down your throat, and I don't care how good of a you rush the passer, we're gonna run down your throat, and ain't gonna be nothing that you're gonna do about it. And if you got Leighton and Barr as your linebackers going against teams that's gonna believe that they're gonna run down your throat, you're going to be in for a long day. Why do you think that Jalen Hurts only had 25 pass attempts? He had 25 pass attempts because they knew that they was going to be able to run the ball, because they knew that they was going to be able to do some trickery with Leighton. They knew that him holding the ball, that Leighton was going to commit. I'm seeing Leighton over commit. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Why you don't have no patience? I'm seeing Leighton crazy tail. He's sitting over there, you understand me? When the pile is up, he's right there in the hole where he should be. And then for some reason, when Sanders pressed the hole, he overcommits, and then Sanders go right back up for a chunk play. I'm like, yo, Sanders baited you like that? Well, you could have just kept pressing the hole and had patience. See, sometimes at a linebacker, you got to have patience. And Leighton just overcommits. It's like, come on. You got to do better than that. You're a vet linebacker. You are an athletic linebacker. You're big as hell. They call you the wolf hunter. You want to be able to fight bears. You want to fight lions and tigers and bears in the off season like you Jasmine Sullivan. But you don't want to be able to fight that running back. Leighton want to fight lions, tigers, and bears, but don't want to fight the running back. You want to be all up in nature like you Ric Flair. You know what I mean? You want to be nature boy, but you don't want to go out there and fight the turf and the grass against the linebackers and the fullbacks. Come on, man. Minnesota with Dalvin Cook, that's another one. And they run the football. Minnesota runs the football very well. He runs the football very well. I don't even understand it, man. I always thought that was weird. When I first heard that man out there fighting the wildlife, I'm like, hold up. This big ass man want to fight all this wildlife, but he don't want to fight the running back. Something going on. You the wolf hunter. You hunting wolves. They more aggressive than a running back coming at you, but you want to go ahead, man, and just catch tackles. You want to catch the block. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know about Lay, man. I don't know about him, man. I don't know if they had the plug. Somebody did him a favor, man. And be like, hey, look, man, take late, man. This was for a favor, man. It's a little budget stay, man. Go ahead and be a favor. I wanted the Bama linebacker when he first came out. What was it, Evans? I wanted him over Leighton. I said Evans was the one that we needed that's gonna come up and hit and be that leader and be nasty and take on these blocks. And Leighton, he just a running hit dude. He good at coverage though. He running hit, but he's soft. That's what I said about Leighton. I wish I was on YouTube when I said that, but that's what I said about Leighton. And that's exactly what Leighton is. You know, I'm not. I believe Evans is still the linebacker for Tennessee, but you know, having Evans right now over Leighton, shoot, I'll take that. When the Panthers had their good defense, what was they based on? The linebackers, you know what I mean? They had Davis, Kuechly, Shaq Thomas, you know? Oh, that Philly notion. Oh, you sleep. Oh, you sleep. Oh, you sleep. Hey, I know you enjoy that dub though, man. But you getting a little beside yourself just because y'all gave him 35 points, man. Don't mean nothing. You know, hey, y'all can have that though. Hey, look, y'all can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. You know what I'm saying? But look though, Dallas beat themselves. You know, Dallas beat themselves. I mean, look, man, y'all game plan for y'all knew what to do, man. As far as man, try to neutralize that pass rush because you knew, you know what I'm saying. Just like you know what I mean on that cops thing. So you know when they say bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you, man? You knew that if y'all was gonna drop Jalen Hurts, man, he was gonna get folded like a lawn chair. You knew that you know it's gonna be like the drowning pools when they let the bodies hit the flow, man. If y'all would have sit over there, you understand me, and pass that ball, man. But it's okay, you could have that. That ain't what I'm mad at, though. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Y'all didn't even throw the ball. Philly, y'all didn't even throw the ball, Philly. It was either read option, you ran the ball, or you got that ball quick, or you ran that bootleg. You know, good and well, man. If it would have been, you know, just straight up, just you dropping back, you know, good and well, man. Michael Parsons probably would have had about 3-4 of them things, man. And for sure, man. And I told you, man, and I done seen before Lane Johnson when I told you, man, what's gonna happen, man, with that DeMarcus Lawrence, and he was getting beat by Lawrence, man. You know what I'm saying? There were some good rushes on Lawrence, and I'll be happy to show you the film on that. Yeah, man. Oh, now you sleep. You sleep on that now. Overhyped. Nah, but look, if anything, y'all defense is overhyped. You know what I'm saying? Look, you didn't. We came up in there, man, with a backup quarterback, man, down 20-0. A backup quarterback, right? What we do? We ran the ball on that so-called best defense, right? Did we make mistakes? Yes, right. But if we would have played a mistake-free game, that's dub. That's dub. He said, "Nah, look, you know Parsons don't really see that too often, right? You know what I'm saying? So Parsons was stuck, you know what I mean, in a silver lining in the middle, man, like he was Jasmine Sullivan, man. So he didn't know either to stick with the quarterback or go with the running back, which left a little nice little, you know what I mean, a gap, you know what I mean? But if we would have played it the way that we played it starting the second half, then yeah, it would have been cookies, you know. But you know, as far as the coaching, I'll give y'all the coaching on this one though, because you know what I mean y'all stuck with the game plan of trying to neutralize the pass rush though. But as far as the better team though, it ain't even close, man. If we had Rain Dakota, man, if we had Rain Dakota, man, y'all was getting the blues, you know. But y'all got but I'm gonna tell you, hey, since you clipped me, man, hey, clip this because it's gonna happen. Clip this. Y'all starting off strong, right? But y'all gonna fizzle out. Y'all gonna struggle toward the end. Clip that. Y'all gonna struggle toward the end. Clip that. Y'all ain't gonna finish strong. and y'all probably one and done. If y'all was able to get to a nice little, if I was able to finish good enough, y'all one and done. Y'all made to the playoffs, y'all one and done. And the NFC is kind of weak, so y'all should get in the playoffs. And if y'all for some reason don't get in the playoffs, you might want to go in the morning like the Fighting Temptations. You might want to go in the hide. You know what I'm saying? You might, they said that, the earth, when they say you can't hide love, yeah, you might want to go and hide, man. Yeah, you might want to go and hide, man. But y'all got that, though. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. Y'all shouldn't have got that, though. They should have came back and took that. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing's for sure, man, your boy Jalen Hurts was over there looking real rattled. He was over there looking real rattled, man. One thing's for sure, man. Your boy Jalen Hurts, he ain't prepared for the fire, man. He ain't ready to feel the fire like Peebo Bryson. You put that pressure on him, man, he gonna fold. So if y'all thinking that man at quarterback, that running back that you got for a quarterback, man, is gonna take y'all to the promised land, man, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Cause wait. I think y'all on the bye week, right? I believe y'all on the bye week. I believe y'all on the bye week. I can't believe we lost to these weak ass. Philly weak as hell, man. I did say that we was gonna go 1-1 though. I did get y'all one. So y'all got it in Philly. But y'all probably get blown out in Dallas. Y'all probably get blown out in Dallas, man. Them D tackles, man, that y'all got, man. They not it. They not it with our offensive line. They not it. You see the combo blocks, man. Your boy Fletcher Cox, man. He for sure ain't what he was. Fletcher Cox, man. He washed up, man. He kind of like, he kind of, he kind of like Brittany Renner. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like Amber Rose. You know what I mean? He he kind of like Lisa Ray a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good when they was younger though, but Lisa Ray now he kind of like Vivica Fox. He a little washed up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trying to knock his block off. I'm telling you, man. They better stick to that read option, man. But it's only gonna take them so far, though, Lo. It's only gonna take them so far. Because I've never seen somebody who run a college offense, man, win that Super Bowl. Because I believe the one who won that Super Bowl, man, didn't run that college offense. I believe that one that won the Super Bowl, man, when it's time for their stars to make play, Cooper Kupp, man, his cut runneth over, and he was able to, do what he had to do, man. When the scheme went out the way, is your players good enough, man? And that's the question, man, that Philly, you're gonna have to ask, you know what I'm saying, about your Eagles, right? When it comes down to big on big and my player against their best player, man, will they be able to make plays, man? And y'all just have a whole bunch of teams full of number 2 wide receivers, and your number 1 weapon is your tight end, Yeah, you got that read option though, but man, if your boy Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball 35 plus times to win the game, will he be able to? And the answer is no. And there's going to be a team out there, coming up pretty soon that's going to expose all that, So, they crowning this man like he him, they the best team. I mean, record-wise, yes, you know what I'm saying? But when it come down to real talent-wise and putting this team together and really be prepared, man, for the playoffs, man, and trying to make a Super Bowl run, if they think that team is gonna make a run for the Super Bowl this year, Philly, I know you don't even believe that that team gonna make a run to the Super Bowl. I know you don't believe that. You know, I know it's been a minute. See, y'all had them little. See, every once in a blue, man, y'all come through, man, and y'all have a good, y'all have a decent little season team. You'll have a little thing like Donovan McNabb. You might got your To, you know what I mean, but y'all gonna choke in the big moment. Of course, y'all got that Super Bowl, man. But it's once in a lifetime, man. It's like when the NCAA, the basketball, man, when they win a championship, man, and they had one shining moment. So of course, man, y'all gonna have your one shining moment here and there, you know what I mean? And right now, y'all having your one shining moment, yeah. But eventually, man, it be the sun don't shine forever, man. Eventually, man, it gets a little bit dark out there. And what you gonna do when it get a little bit dark out there? And when it get a little bit dark out there, man, you know what's gonna happen, man. Everything that we've been talking about right now, it's gonna happen, and then y'all gonna realize, man, damn, two times was right, man. Damn, man, the sun really don't shine forever, man. It's a little bit dark right now, man. I got the light on, man, but it still ain't dark enough. Hey, look, hey, they'll tell you, right? Hey, Teflon, they'll tell you that AJ Brown was dogging Diggs. When in all reality, they schemed to get that man the ball, hitting him on them boots to get him the ball because they know that it's gonna be Clam City. Oh, he got that little weak ass little slant early. Oh, okay, that's cool, man. But let's look at when it was time for them to go 1v1. What was going on? What was going on when it was time to go 1v1? That's why I said our players is better than their players. Y'all was for the most part healthy. Anything that y'all lost it during the game. Anything that we came in missing crucial pieces. Healthy mono versus mono, health versus health. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. But what's really sad though, Philly Eagles fan. It's sad that that y'all don't get to experience, a winning team often. So, I know y'all guys don't know how to handle it because, it comes like, like the leap year every once in a while, every few years, and, right now it's your leap year, but, it's going to be sad though, how they crowning y'all the best team and that y'all going to come up short, like a midget, that's going to be very unfortunate for y'all, man, and I'm going to wish y'all the best, and I'm gonna wish y'all a speedy emotional recovery when you find out that your team is not that. You know what I mean? And I ain't got a shoulder that you can cry on because my team gonna be doing what they supposed to. So we ain't gonna be able to be on the couch, man, watching the playoffs together. We ain't gonna be on the couch, man, watching. What I mean, when it's time to advance in the playoffs. If you do make the playoffs, you ain't gonna be able to have that shoulder to cry on. It ain't gonna be like a Jodeci situation, man. You know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, the best that you guys are playing is happening right now. We haven't even peaked yet, and y'all know that. Hey, Philly, no shit, is you still here, man? I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this, man. I want you to hear this. Y'all peaking right now. It's not gonna suffice. It's not gonna last. The team that you play right now is just a team that's going through some things, and that showed you when they own their stuff, how they moving the ball at will. They ran the ball on you when it was time, when you knew they was going to run the ball. They had over 100 and something rushing yards. When Cooper Rush shuttled down, he had 2 drives, man, and drew the length of the field on y'all, and you had, no answer for that, Who knows what would have happened, if he didn't throw that pick, if they would have, didn't made that field goal, anything could happen, right? But like I said, y'all got that win though. Y'all was able to do what needed to be done, right, for that game though. But understand though, I want y'all to understand this one thing though. I want y'all to understand this one thing. There's 17 games to the season, right? And in the playoffs, man, that's a different breed, right? I know that that college offense that you running, that cleansing options, as local would say, is giving y'all some wins right now, right? I understand that. But one thing's for sure, right? When y'all get hit in the mouth, man, on a team that ain't playing that read option jump, will your quarterback be able to make the plays that need to be done? And from this year to last year, the answer will always and forever be no. So you think because you see Lamar Jackson doing something that hurts his Lamar. No. Lamar can actually throw the ball. But your quarterback, he can't throw the ball. And that will be exposed here on out. You know? Hey, Philly Eagles fan, right? Let me ask you this. How did he do last year? You know? How did he do last year? How many rings do you have? How many winning seasons do you have? Since we're talking about history here, we have a ring on each finger, right? You have a ring on your pinky? Since we're talking history, right? See, that's one thing you can't do when it comes out of the Dallas Cowboys to talk history, right? Your best bet is to talk present. And after December, when we play again, you won't even have that luxury, you know? So it's best that y'all keep history away from conversation, because one thing's for sure, man. When it come down to players, seasons, championships, markability, any ability, one thing's for sure, man. Y'all not in the same conversation. Y'all more like, y'all more like the Nokia phone, right? The Dallas Cowboys may be that iPhone. It always getting another one, but do they still make Nokia phones? Do they still make Nokia phones? Do they still make the flip phones, man? Y'all more like the pager, when we could just type on that computer that we have on as an iPhone and, go to the next level and evolve, See, y'all don't evolve. Y'all think that 1965, what I'm saying, Georgia Tech offense, man, is going to do y'all some good, man, when it comes down to really playing the football that you need to play. And I'm here to tell you, man, I'm here to minister to you and tell you, Philly Eagles fan, that that's not the way. That will never be the way. That has never won a championship and will never win a championship in this league, is Mahomes, Josh Allen, the Rams, the Bengals, it's teams like that running what y'all running. Oh, so it looked good now, right? It looks good now. It looks real nice right now, It looks undefeated right now, right? But when it matters the most, will it be undefeated? No. It's going to look like, Jalen Hurts in every big game that he plays. Defeated. Yes, indeed. Hey, you gonna whisper in her ear, man. You gonna spit some of that all you can hear buffet in her ear, man, and tell her, man. And go tell her, man. Man, you gotta choose up, man. You gotta choose up, man. Look, see, I tell women all the time, man, especially if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I said when I talk to you, I thought that you was a woman that made good decisions in life. And for you to become a Philadelphia Eagles fan tells me everything I need to know about you, that you don't make good decisions in life. Therefore, you don't want abundance in life. You don't want the best in your life, because if you do, you would know that it's time to have the star on your shirt. It's time to roll with the team that had the star on his helmet, the team that's worth the most, in the NFL. that competes with all sports, when it comes to getting paid, the most valuable franchise, the most marketable franchise, and the franchise that's going to always give you something to talk about. The franchise is going to always be able to compete. But you like in Philadelphia, it's like you like to be, it's like Blade, the vampire, when, it's like, yes, he was a day walker, right? But the vampires really come out to play when, when, they don't get to play like Blade, they don't get to come out in the daytime, in the nighttime, and flourish, But I understand though that y'all don't get to enjoy winning that often. I understand that, when it comes down to the ring, you didn't know what finger to put it on. You didn't have the luxury that the Dallas Cowboys have and be able to put it on even the thumb. And if the thumb was too fat, they would put it on the other hand, But seeing how, they custom made the rings, they was able to have one on each finger, you know what I'm saying? So when, they tell you that they married to something, you know what I'm saying? They say that we have 5 wives, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got that chump. We just ain't, we ain't in a monogamous relationship when it come down to championships, we in that poly, we have multiple, you know what I'm saying? We polygamous, you understand me? When it come down to these rings, you know what I'm saying? So y'all monogamous with the ring, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got that poly situation when it come down to the ring. So I understand that, all is just that one ring and all is hurt, So you haven't been able to experience, multiple rings, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you right. You right, Philly. You right, Philly. We didn't win yesterday, right? You won the battle yesterday, right? But one thing's for sure, man. When it comes down to the class of that division, you will not win the war. One thing's for sure. One thing's for sure. On that Christmas Eve, let me ask you this, Philly. Do you open up one present before Christmas, the night before? Do you open up one present? Because if you don't, right, don't worry. Because the Dallas Cowboys going to open up a whole can of whoop ass, man, the night before, man. They said the weather outside was what? It said, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Don't open up that present on Christmas Eve. Because the Dallas got one waiting for you. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. We're going to be singing Christmas carols, man, all night. I can tell you that. Philly Notion, tell them to clip this. What Charles Barkley said, I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? It was the night before Christmas. Twas was the plight. You know what I'm saying? And getting the 1 seed. You getting the 1 seed to do what? It ain't to win. You get the 1 seed all you want to. You ain't gonna win. And you damn near got to go undefeated if y'all gonna get that, because we can already pick it up. So you damn near better go undefeated. And we know that's not happening because you got to see us. It sound good right now, It sound good. I understand that you are little homies. We understand that, sometimes whenever you beat the big bro in Madden, you ready to, think that you're better than the big homie, the big brother, and because you got one lucky win, so I understand that, you feeling yourself because, you haven't felt this feeling in a long time, So I understand that when you beat the big brother, you want to cherish that moment forever, right? But one thing's for sure, right? There's going to come a time where you got to play the big brother again. And the big brother ain't gonna have mercy on you because the big brother gonna have the big dogs out, you know? And one thing's for sure, big brother gonna make sure that you know who big brother is. You know? You know? You know? You said Jason Garrett is an Eagles fan. Jason Garrett, he should be an Eagles fan. You know? You need as many fans as y'all can get, you know, because Dallas, man, we dominate everywhere we go. You know, you pretty soon, man, in the next few years, you're probably gonna find more Dallas Cowboy fans in Philadelphia than you do Eagles fans, man, because we're ready to take over, man. You know, one thing's for sure, man. You know, this is some brotherly love out there, man, and the way that Jalen Hurts is gonna give us the ball, the way he's been giving us the ball, I can see why it's a city of brotherly love, man, because he loves to give us love, man, when it comes down to turning the ball over. And that's exactly what, you know, every dog got his day, you know, and, you know, the day was yesterday, you know, it's time, you know, things happen, you know, but one thing's for sure, man, you know, when it all said and done, man, it's when it's really time to play your best football, man, the past is going to do the talking, man, on Christmas Eve, man. And, you know, like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all have your eggnog ready, man, and make sure you have the cookies, man, for Santa Claus, man, because when it hit that night, man, Santa Claus, man, he need the milk and cookies, man. And if you ain't fed the milk and cookies, man, to Micah Parsons, man, how he gonna bless you with these gifts, man, of this ass whooping, man, if you ain't got the milk and cookies ready out there laid for Micah Parsons? The best cute. Did this man say Jalen Hurts was the best QB in the division? Now I understand, man, that y'all was, you know, y'all happy of the win, you know what I'm saying? But now, man, I just, you know, you know, if you would have said Jalen Hurts was the best running back in the division, then I'm like, oh, okay, all right, okay, you might got a point. When you talk about the quarterback, did you forget that Dak Prescott was a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, did you forget? Or do he got to remind you on Christmas Eve, man? So, like I said, man, don't open up that present, you know? Don't open up the present. Don't open up that toy. Don't open up that Bob the Builder toy that I know that's wrapped up very tight. I want you to open up the gift from Dak Prescott that says, to Philly Eagles fan from Rain, Dakota. I want you to make sure that you open up that present, because that's the present, the only thing that matters. That's a present that's going to make sure that Christmas that you have, you know, he got something for you. See, one thing's for sure, Dak has always been the Grinch when it came down to y'all Christmas, you know? There may have been presents underneath that Christmas tree. But Rain Dakota Prescott, man, he has impacted y'all Christmas many occasions. You know? Let me ask you this. Since you want to talk about what's the record with Philadelphia and Dak Prescott, man? What's Rain Dakota's record when it comes down to playing the Philadelphia Eagles? I'm curious. You know, since he's the best quarterback in the division, what's Rain Dakota's Prescott record against the Philadelphia Eagles? Philly Eagles fan, can you give me that statistic? You know, I'm pretty sure you probably know about Hart. You know, yeah. Let's say, are you going to give me that statistic, Philly Eagles fan? What is Rain Dakota Prescott record against the Philadelphia Eagles? You know, since he is what, the second or third best quarterback that may come from you, you know, so you say, you know, you don't remember Philly, or are you in denial? You know, like the river. Are you in denial? Or do you remember by heart? You know? But I understand that if you want to be in denial in regards to the impact that Dak has had, as Tony Romo would say, a cupcake and a brownie, and we turn it into crownies, you know. So I understand that you are very angry of Rain Dakota Prescott serving you crownies instead of the cupcake or the brownie separate and turning them into crownies, like Tony Romo would say. So I understand that. I understand that. So, we could talk about the one game for Dak. That's one game. That's one game. That's one game. Right? But what IJJ said, man, what you gonna do when they come for you? What you gonna do when they come for you? He said there's something about you, girl. Right? He said there's something about you, girl. Yes, indeed. There's something about them Dallas Cowboys, man, that y'all gonna feel on Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Dak is Ooh, you lying. I ain't gonna see, hey, Philly, I ain't gonna hold that against you because I understand that you are moving in the spirit of excitement right now. So, I ain't gonna hold that against you, I'm not gonna hold that blasphemy against you and that falsified information that you are presenting right now. I'm not going to hold that against you because I understand, that you are moving in the spirit of excitement. So I know that, you have never ever, it's been a while since you've been in this position. So, I want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy it till December. I do. I would love for you to enjoy it till December because I'm going to love to see and I want you to make sure that you are there because we're going live straight after that game. I want you to make sure that you are ready. You are on time, like the 81 bus. I want you to make sure that you are there, and I want you to tell me all the things. Joe said all the things that your man won't do. I want you to tell me that all the things that Jalen Hurts will not do come Christmas Eve. You talking about. I know for sure that you want that broom. Your kitchen may be dirty right now. Your garage may be a little dirty right now. But one thing that the way that you're talking right now is a little bit dirty right now. You using foul language right now. Talking about a sweep against the Dallas Cowboys from the Philadelphia Eagles. That is nonsense. That is nonsense. This ain't a 4-0 sweep at the NBA Finals. Like it would be, this ain't no 4-0 sweep. In a 7-game series. But I understand that that's what you would like. We all like certain things. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. That don't mean we're going to get them. But I understand. One win in 2 seasons. Lord have mercy. So we see why. And I believe that Dak Prescott was not present for that game, right, Loke? So I understand why, they will want to beat us as many times as possible. They will want to beat us as many times as possible because they know that, it doesn't come often. Good things come to those who wait, So, they've been waiting to beat us for quite some time. So, therefore, they're a little excited right now, So I would love for them to keep that same energy and that excitement throughout December. Because one thing for sure, did you see what Michael Parsons said? How he couldn't wait to see y'all again? It's kind of like, when you first meet that woman and you just clicked, you know what I mean? And you can't wait for the next conversation. You can't wait to see her again. That's kind of what it's going to be like, when it comes down to Christmas Eve. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can't wait, like Sleepy Brown. Can't wait. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. But like I said, while y'all peak, while y'all done gave y'all best and showed y'all best and fizzle out, them Dallas Cowboys, man, is gonna do nothing but get better. And we can't wait to see y'all on December 24th. Because y'all gonna see what it's like to play the real Dallas Cowboys. You know? He said the crime rate. Oh my God. Oh, local fool. He said the crime rate. Oh man. Damn. The governor need to find him a quarterback. Damn. That's hella funny. Damn. Damn. We might need some statistics for Philadelphia, man. Hey, Philly Eagles fan, man. Hey, how that crime rate going, man? Was the shootings a little less, man? Where you was at, man, last night? Because I'm pretty sure probably the past couple of years, man, it's kind of been a little bit high. Oh my God. That's hella funny. That's hella funny, man. Oh, snap. Oh, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Give me something to eat, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all, please like the video as we depart. And we'll know we coming back, man. We coming back with it, man. I'll be breaking down some film, man. You know how we do it, man. But I appreciate y'all for the support. I appreciate y'all for messing with me, man. And till next time.